Sunshine, boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the live stream again. Shout out to Jacob J and the NTZ crew. No troll zone. I know Michael Beach of Life will be on here pretty soon. Shout out to my members of the channel who are joining us today. We had a live stream yesterday. All my old heads who aren't members yet. Doubtful Genius, I see you. Jeffrey Tatter, Sam McCall. What's up, Cisco? King Arthur. All of you guys, thank y'all so much for your help and support over the years. Is this the real Cal Deadman? He's got to let us know. I'm going to get rid of him. Any new viewers and subscribers on here joining us today for the first time, welcome. Excuse me. Y'all know we always have a topic. And, of course, everybody join us on live stream. I'm sorry. I didn't want to leave y'all out. We always have a topic. Where's the money? You know, what are Filipinos doing with all that money we're sending over here? It's time for some accountability today. That's all we want to talk about. Is there anything wrong with asking that? We're not trying to be mean. We're not putting anybody down or talking about anybody. We just want to know, what are you spending our hard-earned dollars on? And we want some answers. The peso is 56.28, which is pretty good. You know, I don't get that rate when I go to the ATM because stupid Fifth Third slaps me with an international fee and an ATM fee. So I'm only when I go to the ATM, believe it or not, when they stack those fees on, I'm getting about 53 pesos if I use my Fifth Third. What's up, Kevin Warren? You know, we always like to talk about other things. Hey, Roger, thank you so much for all your help, brother. Jabraz, King Osby. Yeah. It's Holy Week. And I put down here Holy Cow. And the reason I put that there is because it's going to be busy. Starting today, a lot of stuff's going to be closed. The banks certainly are closed. Government offices closed until Monday. Traffic is going to be crazy in the big cities, the airports, the piers, the bus stations. I mean, really crazy. Okay, if you do travel, the tip of the day is travel on the holiday when everybody's going to be at home, enjoying the families and everything, singing karaoke, getting drunk. You're going to be at the airport or the bus station. It's going to be crickets. Now, come Monday, Saturday or Monday, it's going to be a madhouse. But Sunday, yeah, you can do it. What's up, HTO? Yeah, the theme song's back. I don't know how long it's going to be back because I think I fixed my computer. The problem is I didn't charge it up enough today. I haven't been feeling good. I'm about 70%, and I'll go as long as I can. But I do got some great information today. Okay, yeah. Welcome back, Cal. You know, I'm raising up the white flag. I really like to have lunch with you, man, after the Holy Week, because I don't even know why we fell out in the first place. But you know, we're 8,000 miles away, man. Surely we can patch that up. I mean, it's not like I broke in your house or something. What's up, Ace? That's my buddy. Let me know something, Ace, if there's any vacancies on Malapascua. Are you still there? because I want to bring Maryland. We've never been there before. Hey, Marlon. Hey, Miss JHA. Now, today I uploaded the video, the 8,000 mile lie. You know, why so many foreign men are unreturned in Southeast Asia. We're going to go through this quick because I like to talk about stuff with y'all to see what y'all take on it because people are watching it. There's an enormous commitment. Enormous. Listen, because you're only going to hear it here. Associated with dating Filipinas. It's an immense responsibility. So all the information I give you is so you can make a more informed decision. Don't rush in, but we do. We don't listen. We make that decision too fast. That's the mistake I made. And what's it based on? It's based on what we're seeing. That's it. You have no idea who you're dealing with over here. Because, you got the vloggers like me. They're building these women up, man. But remember, I've been over here over 4 years now. Well, 4 years in August. It's about growth. You're not going to stay the same. Nobody stays the same. Not while you're still alive in the universe. Every day I learn something new. But it's an enormous responsibility. And look, before y'all hit me over the head for this, I'm going to tell you something. It can get just as expensive dating a Filipina over here as a Western woman. And you say, Cal, you're crazy. No, I'm telling the truth. Okay? And guess why? Because you don't get a break. And I don't care what you're doing in life, you're going to need a break. Just imagine you at work and you don't get a lunch break. You don't get that 10 or 15-minute breaks that they give you throughout the day. You just work from the time you punch the clock, man. It's going to wear you out. Mostly over here, it's mental. Once this breaks down, then your body starts breaking down. But that's what that video was about. And a lot of the other videos I'll be making, guys, it's a tremendous responsibility, man. Know what you're getting into before you get into it. Everything sounds good on the honeymoon. She got those legs wrapped around your neck. You agree to any damn thing. And then it's going to come back to bite you. One guy said it. Believe it or not, brother, I hope you watch it. He said, we bite off more than we can chew. It's exactly right. But yeah, it's just as expensive. It is. So you want all the information so you can decide, is it worth it? Do I really want to do it? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. Okay? Now, let's get to the topic today. It's a good one. We're talking about accountability. It's time for some accountability, man. I worked too long and too hard for my money for a woman over here to squander it. Show me the money. Where is it? People don't understand one of the main reasons, other than, I promised Marilyn and the kids I was going to build them a house. I wanted to see where my money was going. Because I've been here on and off for 15 years, man. And I'm going to tell you from experience, it's easy to nickel and dime your money away. Thousands. Going to Boracay, paying loud, staying in hotels, eating out at restaurants. Next thing you know, man, you went through thousands, man. I came over here with 17,000. By the time I met Marilyn, man, I was down to a couple of thousand. I went through it all, guys. Luckily, I had that $1,900 a month, but it's went down since then. Yeah, guys, hit the like, guys, and subscribe. But here's something that you probably are going to, it's not going to shock you. Foreign men send millions of US dollars over here to the Philippines, to men and women. You're men because, lady boys are men in my opinion. Is it making a difference? Because when you get off the plane, you're like, well, what are they doing with all this money? And before you start with that, oh, my girl's different, she's the exception, because there are some exceptions over here. There are women who took the money that the man gave them and built their house or whatever it is, but she's the exception. I'm going to talk about some of the things that they do with our money, because you don't know. I'm over here. I'm watching them. Okay? I've lived with 3 Filipinos. I know exactly what they're doing. But see, we're afraid to ask that question. Why are we afraid? Because we don't want to ruffle any feathers over here. We're afraid of that scary word, deport. We're afraid of being deported. Well, guess what? I would rather be deported than repatriated because I ran out of money. I don't have no more damn money. Okay? We're afraid. We need to stand our ground because here's the thing. She don't have a leg to stand on. You're holding the whole structure up. If you walk away, it all collapses. I'm just going to talk about respect, okay? Because it seems to me, I've been over on and off for 15 years. Somebody talk to me and bear witness to this. It seems like we have no rights which Filipinos are bound to respect. They expect respect from us because we're in their country. But for the very same reason, they don't think they owe us respect. Well, what is respect? Here, booby. Get out of here. She wants to do TikTok. No, well, because okay, because my battery's running out. Here.
Anak, malapit na ba ang exam nyo? Huwag ka mag-aas.
You want what? Here, tell your mother. Let me read you the definition of respect. Of course, there's a few of them in this Oxford Dictionary. But here's the one I like. Due regard. Now, the key word there is due. D-U-E. What's that mean? Let me stop right there first. That means a person's right. What is owed to them. So, due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. See, they don't think they owe us respect. Or they think respect means something different in their language than us. No. You're going to respect me. I'm not going to be mean because you got to use your leverage over here, which is your money, to get the respect you deserve. We're not asking for anything. It says due regard. Okay, due meaning a person's right, something you're owed. That's all. We're not asking for anything special. Hey, Corey Moore says, Cal, I'd rather financially support a loyal, mature Filipino versus splitting bills with a Western woman. I get it. I mean, you have to understand that's something totally different, Corey. What I'm talking about is, do you really know the enormous responsibility that comes with dating women over here? Honestly, do you know? Probably not, because you never dated one before. You're on the outside looking in. You're going, you want to attractive. I don't care how loyal, mature, honest, okay, and all the other traditional and, everything like that, committed she is. It's an immense responsibility, brother. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just trying to be honest with you so we can get off on the right foot. But yeah, absolutely, I would too. Okay, but that doesn't matter. You're not going to get any breaks over here. Okay? Yeah, respect each other, but is that the case? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting ready to get my phone. Let me know, guys, is that better? He says, I clicked the like button. What about you? Okay. This is just my humble opinion. There should be more rich women over here at the least. Because we're sending women, tremendous amounts of money. Y'all thought I was joking when I told you that guy sent 20 million pesos to a woman that he never met before. That woman should be rich. She should never, ever look back. She should never, ever want for anything. But I guarantee you, this was about 2 years ago, right before the Philippines opened up. I bet she doesn't have 1 peso. They're very bad money managers. You give them 5,000 pesos, they'll work a miracle. But you give them 500,000, it's a wrap. Okay? I'm just being honest. Like I said, we're talking amongst each other. This is a conversation. Don't be afraid to ask that question. Where's the money? What you doing with my money? I'm sitting over here. I'm working hard over there. I'm going to tell you what they're doing. Okay? You know, like I said, there's always somebody on here that's going to say, oh, my woman's different. She's very responsible, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Okay. She's the exception of the exception. But here's what they're doing. They're buying phones, cheap clothes, manicures and pedicures, taking their friends to Starbucks, trips to the mall, multiple trips to the mall, having parties for their friends and family. Yeah, all the Tanduay and Red Horse you can drink. Down payment for a motorcycle. They all of a sudden have all these great business ideas. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what the big hustle is now. It's sugarcane fields. Because somebody else is doing it. They think they can do it, so this is a big hustle. Oh, I started with 1, now I got 5, and okay, and everything like that. But they don't take into account the labor, the supplies, nature, finding the land to begin with. But that's what the big hustle is now. Okay? They give it away. Believe it or not. They give it away to who? Their boyfriends and girlfriends. While you over there slaving, like a Hebrew slave. They're giving your money away to somebody else. I'm watching it happen right now. Right in this little small town. Okay? You name it, and they'll find a way to waste it. Now, saying all of that, remember, it's not going to mean anything. I just want to put the information out there. You can choose to use it or not. Because everybody else seems to be on their honeymoon period. A lot of these vloggers on their honeymoon period. They haven't been over here long enough. I was on the honeymoon period. I fell over the cliff, but then I recovered. I'm on the other side. It's just as good once you make it to the other side. Now I appreciate the Philippines for what it is and what it isn't. But when you're up there in the honeymoon period, man, that's where you make all the mistakes. Moments when Mitch said it. Even when you're in your own country, the first 5 years, you're on that honeymoon of retirement. That's when you're spending all your money. You're going to spend it all about the first year over here. Hey, thank you, guys. H. Purnell says, Calvin, if a man doesn't stand up for his rights, he has no rights. Now, this is coming from an 80-year-old gentleman. I consider him a friend. I've met him several times. He's the real deal, guys. Listen to what he's saying. Because we're afraid. We think we don't have any rights of which Filipinos are bound to respect. That's bullshit. Okay? They think just because we're in their country, they don't have to respect us. But we better respect them. But if Filipinos are somewhere else in your country, they expect to be respected. I'm just talking about the women, guys, in these relationships. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about, guys. I'm not just babbling on here. Okay? People are afraid to ruffle feathers. They're afraid of being deported. Well, I'd rather be deported than repatriated because I run out of damn money. Okay? we're not going to talk about not sending it because that's not going to do any good. People are going to still send it. Right now, while I'm on this live stream, there's people watching this who are hitting that send button right now. Zoom, Remitly, Western Union. Hey, Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chat. He said, I showed my friend your earlier video this morning. He dates Filipinos. He said, you summed up the 100% of the men that deal with them in 9 minutes. He said, you're the truth. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. That's all I got. That's my strength over here. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not going to wear suits and I'm not going to be traveling all over the globe. I don't have that kind of money. But I do have experience over here. And they say our experience is the best teacher. But is it really? Is it? Do you have to fall on your face before you learn some of the stuff that I'm trying to teach you right now? When that saying came out, that was a long time ago. Times have changed. If somebody tells me, Cal, don't walk in that house, it's going to blow up. The minute you walk in there, guess what? I'm not going in there. But thank you, Southern Purchase. Thank you, Corey Moore, for that super chaser, Calvin. They are supporting the entire family. Well, that's not my business. Now, we're talking about something different, Corey. Now, like I said, it's an enormous commitment because what we're going to do, Corey, we're going to retard these young women. And the majority of us watching this, somebody put up 1 in the comments if you're dating the breadwinner of the family. Okay, so we're going to make her quit her job. So guess what? Yeah, we've got to replace that money. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about where's the money going? You know, now all of a sudden, they're eating shrimp every damn day. Okay? Or lapu-lapu fish. You know, some of the most expensive fish in all the Philippines, maybe Asia. They got tuna and all that. Okay? What else they doing? Getting a new rebond they hair. Okay, they're getting that done. Okay? Which they probably never had before. I haven't had in a long, long time. They're going to find a way to waste your money. All you have to do, the very first time you send it, is say, hey, what did you do with that money I sent you? Because it's not typical that they're going to have that kind of money we're sending. We're sending a tremendous amount of money over here, millions of dollars. There should be high rises and brand new houses all up and down Manila and Cebu and Dumaguete and all these other urban cities where we're sending all this money to. But it's not because they're not doing anything with your money. They're squandering it. And you're afraid. Okay? You got to use your leverage to get the respect. Okay? Threaten to walk away or walk away for a week because I've got a powerful video coming up, man. It's too powerful. I may not make it. I may have to leave the Philippines if I make this video. I'm not going to put it out there because people use my information, man. You know, it's not that what I talk about is unique. It's the timing. It's the timing, guys. Let me tell you something, okay? Who remembers when I interviewed Jenna Lynn? They half black, half Filipino. Her father's from Ghana. Her mother's 100% pure Filipino. And we were talking about the problem she had over here in a society that values white skin. I said, you will be discovered anywhere else but the Philippines. They're 100 years behind. Well, I'll be damned. They waited for a few days. And then one of the big bloggers over here comes up, oh, racism in the Philippines are colorism. I'm like, is that a coincidence? I mean, it's a subject that, you know, that goes around and around, but I'm just talking about the timing. So I'm not going to let this out. But I'm going to have to present it the right way. Okay? Because one thing we're going to have to stop doing over here is kissing these ladies' asses. And that's what we're doing. You're not standing your ground. You're afraid to make her mad. What can she do to me over here 8,000 miles away? Well, I'm going to tell you what she's going to do to you once you lose her respect. Okay? Hey, DJ Spam, Solo in Sin City, thanks for that super chat. He said, LOL, experience is the best teacher. Good idea, but I don't have to experience depth to know what Dan is all about. Thank you. See, that's all I'm saying. That's an old saying. So you don't have to go through everything I went through and others went through if you would just only listen and take heed to what we're saying. But we're not going to do it. Who are you? You know, they tell me I rain on their parade. You know, they say, oh, yeah, you telling everything. I'm not, guys. I promise you. It gets a lot nittier and a lot grittier over here than what I say. It's not my place to get that down and dirty. I wouldn't do it anyway because I respect, remember, due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, and traditions of others. I respect the people and I respect the country and the culture. It's a lot over here that you're going to learn on your own. So much more. Well, he says, if anyone is given money before meeting in person, they already lost their respect. Well, not really, because the woman's not going to ask you. Now, if you got a woman asking you for money, obviously, yeah, she don't respect you. But they're not going to ask you, okay? They're going to give signs. Remember, they're going to dry beg you, okay? You're supposed to know how poor they are. You're supposed to know how bad they have it over here. Well, really, you don't. I repeat, so that you will know and you can make an informed decision. Do I really want to do this? It's an enormous commitment you're making when you come over here dealing with these women, man. Immense responsibility. 24/7, 365 days a year. It never stops. You have to make up your mind. Okay, is it worth it? Am I going to deal with it? Yeah. Okay. Reggie Carson. And here's a guy who knows. He sends his ex plenty money to take care of their daughter. He says, all Filipinos waste money. They live for today and not for tomorrow. You know, one thing is I'm tired of being taken for granted. Okay. I'm not talking about any particular situation. I'm just tired of being taken for granted. Period. And I'm going to talk about that too. Well, for the most part, Frank, he says the Filipino family structure still baffles me. Why is the woman the breadwinner, not the man? A lot of times the man has died. Their father is dead, or maybe they split up and he has another family. Whatever it is, okay, whatever it is, she ends up being the breadwinner. So then you're going to have to replace that money if you ask her to leave her job. That's only fair, right? But if you're way over there and you're sending all that money over, because we're sending it, okay, 50,000, 100,000. I've had to go to the lawyer for people before because they couldn't get the money to give the woman. 100,000. That's a lot of money, guys, you know, and they don't have anything to show for it. Okay, remember, you're holding the whole structure up. If you don't use that as leverage, then you'll never get the respect that you are owed. We're not asking for anything that we're not owed. We give them respect. They make sure of that. You're going to respect. You see what happened with the man in the nightclub who lost his life, rest in peace. Before all the information came out, oh, it's what y'all get for disrespecting us, and blah, blah, blah. Respect goes both ways. And you're going to have to earn your respect because they're going to take you for granted. Okay, and if you're afraid to make any kind of noise because of that big D word, we're going to get you deported and blacklisted. Okay, well, 197 million square miles out here. Southern Purchase, thanks for that super chase. I understand what you're saying, Cal. Seems like the big YouTubers over there watch you and then remix your topics. We talk about the same stuff, but let me be honest, guys. It's the timing that I question. It's not the fact that people talk about the same stuff. It's just the timing. It's like it's a big deal when you see somebody putting out great content and you're on a dry spell and you or your partner or somebody sees the video and says, okay, I can respin this. Okay, problem solved. Because people hit the wall over here. I don't hit the wall, man. I've been giving out great information so much, so often, man, that I'm taking for granted on YouTube. Cal Devin says, I don't know your finances, but you should come over for the first time with a job. Yeah, man. She says, no, all Filipinos waste money. But it's always the exception. But if you give a woman 1 million pesos, and I've seen it done before, that's like giving me 1 million pesos. They never had that before. They're going to buy all kind of stuff, partying all day long, every single day. Okay, they're getting these bright ideas. All we're saying is we want some accountability now because you're not going to stop sending money over here. You're sending it right now. Right now, while I'm talking to you guys, somebody's hitting that send button. I mean, that's just how it is. So what we're trying to do is say, okay, it gives you an out if you ask this one simple question. Where's the money? Where's it going? Then if she said, oh, I messed it up, then now, see, you got, okay, well, I'm not going to say any more till I get over there. I'm not giving you any more till I get over there or whatever it is. Well, she can get as mad as she wants. Hey, Clinton Dow, what's up, man? Thanks for that super sticker. He's been over here. It's a good guy, man. Have you moved to El Nido yet? That's right. Okay, for pizza, Cal. Thank you, brother. He says, Calvin, I noticed some of your trolls only get views on their videos when they attack you. When they use their own content, they only get a few hundred views. They ain't got the nitty gritty. That's right. I said that so many times, Golden Gate. And that's why they do it. They hit a dry spell and they say, okay, I know what to do. I'm going to put Sunshine Shoulders in my title. Oh, look, Filipinos disagreeing with Sunshine Shoulders. Guy made a video actually about that, by the way. It's hilarious. But he got his 6,000 or 7,000. Then you go on his channel, what's he got? 59, 301. It's crazy, man, but I'm not even going to talk about not sending money because we're going to send it. So we're talking about accountability. That's all we want. Imagine as much money as we send over here. There should be some rich Filipinos walking around more than they are. But they're not. They squander it all. Doing all the stuff I told you that they do. This is what I see them do. Is probably doing other stuff. Coming up with more business plans. They had that Axie over here, that Bitcoin game. And, even I got to give the Filipino government credit. They warned them. This isn't registered in the country. Stay away from it. But if it's too good to be true, it is. And people went bankrupt. Okay? Lost a lot. Even the engineer who built my house, he was trying to get me involved. I'm like, man, look, I'm from the old school. My mother's from the old school. She said you can have all the money you want as long as you earn it. All them get rich quick schemes and all that stuff, man. I'm old enough, okay, to know better, man. And you know better. But yeah. Akash, thanks for that super chat. He says, I dated a girl who got her salary and squandered it gambling. then tried to ask me for money for her needs because she had none. I threw her back. Now, see, a Filipino that's watching this or hearing this thinks that we're talking about them. We're not. I don't put him back down. My videos are inspirational, motivational, sometimes entertaining, but most of the time informative. We never bash people. We're just asking one simple question, which every man should ask a woman if he's sending money. Where's the money? What are you spending it on? Let me see it. He said, rich boyfriends walking around, Cal. There should be more rich women over here than they are. But the thing is, here's what happens. The money's flowing in. They think it's never going to stop. So they don't save it. They don't really invest it in things that they can look back and see. Okay. I promised Marilyn and the kids I was going to build a house. Okay. For them. But one of the other main reasons I did it, ladies and gentlemen, so that I could see where my money is going. I've been over here for a long time, man. That hasn't always been the case. Okay? I'm going to be honest with you. That hasn't always been the case. When I spent that $7,000 in 2 months over here, that's like spending $15,000 now. I couldn't look back and see anything. We were staying at, we went to Boracay, we went to Hang Lao Bahal, staying in Lapu-Lapu in the big 4- and 5-star hotels. I had nothing to hang my hat on, man, when I got back. Alvin says if you're older than them, it sounds like they're going to get what they can because once you're gone, they're back to ground zero. Well, see, that's what my video is going to be about. I don't know how you even knew, but I guess because this is just common sense stuff. Okay? It's just common sense stuff. But we overthink it. It's not rocket science. Okay? If you're hanging around with 4 broke people, you're going to be the 5th broke person. That's universal law. You're going to develop their habits, the same bad habits they got, same spending habits and all that. Pretty soon, you're going to be the 5th broke person. Roger Walker said, Calvin, how's Sam and his partner? They're doing great. I was going to save that for last, and I'm going to tell you why, Roger. Because there was so much confusion yesterday. I asked people not to send money to Sam by super chats to me. First of all, YouTube takes 45%, and he's not going to get the money. I got to cover that out of my pocket, which I didn't have a problem. We sent him that money. Thank you to everybody who helped Sam. So now that you brought this up, Roger, I'm going to go on and talk about it. Sam McCall, who's a friend, who's a longtime supporter, been to a few of my meet and greets. His stepdaughter was murdered a few days ago by her ex-boyfriend. And they're needing help with the burial. He didn't ask. He's not begging. He's not that type. Knowing Sam, he'll take it out of his pocket, but I don't think that's necessary with a big community like this. Give $1, $5 or whatever. I put his PayPal link in the description. Do not super chat any support for him here. He's not going to get the money. I can't afford to cover all that. Send it to the PayPal or he's got Cash App. But he's a great guy, man. I mean, he was trying to help the young lady to get away from the abusive ex. Let her live with them and everything. It's a single mother, man. Got 3 kids. It breaks my heart just talking about it, man. I mean, really. And this lowlife clown, blows her head off, man. It pisses me off, man. It's too late. So if you want to help Sam, man, like I say, he's not begging or anybody. He's not asking for anything. I am. Look in the description of this video. And his PayPal link is in there. Send him something if you can. You don't have to. Okay? Yeah, I didn't put that down. Gambling. Yeah, I didn't put that down. Mike Dorsenville said in the beginning, my wife used to waste a lot of money. But I had to check her. I had to give her a reality check. Now everything is good. See, because you got the balls to stand your ground and say, hey, look, where's the money? What are you doing with it? You think it's never going to end? You know, when I talked to July, the big vlogger now, got all them followers and everything now, when she interviewed me, asked her, the only advice I gave her, I said, look, because I know their habits. I said, now that you're getting this money and it's coming because it's not going to continue. But that's what they think, that it's never going to end. I said, buy you a house and a lot. Something that you can look back on and say, okay, that's where my money's going. Because all this prancing around and all this new stuff, I gave her that advice, man. That's all I gave her because, I mean, who am I? But I did tell her that because I know how they run through money. They'll think it's going to keep on going. And that's one of the big problems. Then you break up and guess what? Nothing, there's nothing saved, nothing invested. They bought absolutely nothing. But it's your money that they're wasting. That's why you have the right to ask that question. It's really a simple question. Oh, okay. He says next week. Okay, I think this must be a Filipina. Please don't get offended. We're not putting Filipinos down at all. Okay, remember, we respect you and your culture. Due regard, because you're owed that, for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. We're doing that. But we're just asking a question. We're sending millions of dollars over here every year. Can you deny that, Miss JHA? Somebody's probably sent you money. What are you doing with it? Okay, you cannot argue me and say that we're not sending the money because we are. I'm just telling the guys because 92% of the people watching me are men. I'm telling them it's time for some accountability. Don't just keep sending your money over here. I told you about the 70-year-old guy that was dealing with the 19-year-old. We chat all the time, man. I consider him a friend. I would never tell his name or anything like that. But he sends the woman 100,000 pesos before he ever got here. And I'm like, do you know how much money that is? Less than 2,000? No, it's 100,000 pesos. She would never have that in her whole lifetime. And of course, when things was rocky, and he said he, built up the nerve to ask her, where's my money? She shut down, got out of the cab, and ran off. Okay, that means she done spent it. Okay. Hey, what's up, Chief? He said, a fool and his money. Yeah, but a lot of times it's not even a fool. You're just trying to help, man, which is what we do. I'm talking to the men who are making a difference over here. I'm not talking about these clowns that show up over here trying to take advantage of women and all that stuff, get as much as they can for as little as they can. I'm talking to the men who are making a difference over here in the lives of Filipinos, their kids, their family, whatever it is, who are doing the right thing. You are owed accountability for your money. And if she gets mad, then guess what? Cut her off. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, HH, he said, what's up, Cal? It's J Hawk. This is why I only mess with a working brown-skinned Moreno Filipinos, 43. There's only one child, age 23, and she works in financing in Manila, where we reside. Yeah, man, but that's a good thing. And I hope, that she's responsible with her money. You give them 5,000 pesos, they're going to work miracles with that. Give them 500,000, yeah, good luck. Okay? Because this stuff kind of comes across my mind, man. I think about it. Sometimes in the middle of the night, man. I'll be like, I got to share this with people. Hey, Paul, he says it's like feeding the birds. Yeah. It is. They're going to keep coming back. But he says, okay. He says, our opening topic, Cal. Thanks for bringing this up. Hey, thanks 8,000 miles away. He's got a channel too, guys. Check him out. He says that they never back to ground zero. See, this is what, this is all going to be a part of what I'm going to be talking about on my next video. He said they never back to ground zero. They have 100 of you on standby. Wrong, but that's what they think. Okay, because you got so many people feeding this genre over here who would never step foot in the Philippines. So it gives them a false sense of value. Like, oh, it's 1,000 of you until it's not. Then they realize there's nobody to replace you. And even if they do, then you're just making my point that much more valid. That where would you be if I wasn't around? See, that's my video. Where would you be? Y'all afraid to ask that question because you're afraid you're going to hurt a feeling. But every now and then you have to say that to get that respect because we're being taken for granted, guys. I'm tired of it. I'm not talking about here. I'm just talking about period. I'm 60 years old, man. I've been taken for granted for 60 years and I'm tired. Okay. I want appreciation. It goes a long way. I was reading in Dennis Kimbrough's book, What Makes a Great Great. He says that some people want appreciation more than they want money. So it's certainly more than pussy. Okay, just show me some appreciation, a little bit of it. You know, don't get so comfortable. Okay, I've been given so much for so long that you don't even say thank you. I'm not talking about my present circumstance. I'm just saying, guys, when I say you, I mean you out there. But you're wrong, Soul Snatcher, and they're wrong too. Now, if you turn it around the other way, it's true. There is 1,000, maybe more, that you've got access to because you've got leverage. You've got the money. We're not talking about being mean. We're not talking about taking advantage of people. I'm talking to the men who are making a difference over here. I'm not talking about this riprap that stumbles over here, comes over here, bankroll on fumes and all that, trying to, stay over here for 8 or 9 days and go back and do 100 videos about it. I'm talking about real responsible men who are making a difference over here, he says, and playing the game well. They've been doing it for a lifetime and taught the lesson growing up. See, you're not right. That's not right. But this is what they think. They think it's 1,000 other men until it's not 1,000 other men. But all you have to do is let go of that structure. Walk away, and it's going to collapse. Okay? Stay gone for a week, a month, whatever it takes, until she respects you. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Because we're not asking for anything special. We're just asking, says, what's it say? Due regard, that's a person's right. What is owed to someone? Everybody's owed respect. I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're the guest, if you're the visitor, it doesn't matter. Respect begets respect. But over here, Filipinos especially, they act like we don't have any rights that they're bound to respect. Oh, I'm a Filipino. Didn't you see all the videos they're making about us out there? And how, mighty we are and how we're the best women on the planet and we're this and we're that. Didn't you get that memo? No, I didn't get it. Okay? I'm just saying. Hey, Frankie says, me and a couple of friends went to Cake Creek Casino out here. The place was packed. They love gambling. Well, hell, everybody loves gambling. I'll tell you, I gave a Korean lady at Caesars which it had turned into Horseshoe at this time, because I haven't gambled since I've been over here, over 5 years. But I used to gamble all the time, and I'm leaving, and it's a Korean woman. I'm gonna tell you how bad it was. And look, I'm a black man. You know how Koreans are with blacks. This lady had let her ride leave because she was stuck at the table, but she went broke. And don't you know she asked me for a ride home, man? I was like, sure, ma'am. She was shocked. And she was so happy when I let off in front of the house. I wasn't going to do anything to her. But yeah, it's a lot of people, man. That casino reminds me of a crack house. That's what it reminds me of. People looking on the floor, but it's not there. Did I drop something, checking their pockets, digging down in their damn pockets? Do I got another $5 chip, begging, doing everything they do in the crack house? It's the same going on in a casino. Man, it's a bad, bad habit to have. But that's what a lot of people do over here, Hey, Alvin, should I listen to you, brother? She said, I also informed them I'm not here to take care of your family, only your mother, period. And, that's a great idea, okay? Because the mother's going to take care of everybody. So you really getting out in front of that. And Cal, you can bear witness to this. Okay, Merlin's mother, her generation, this is the generation. This is why people want to come to the Philippines. They're the ones who really roll out that bright red carpet. Merlin's mother on back. They will be considered like the baby boomers over here. What we would be considered the baby boomers. Really, guys. She's not here now. She went to see her other daughter across the ocean for the weekend. But if I got up and opened up that door, if she's in there watching TV, she jumps up. What do you need? From day one, man. Okay? This is, the reputation that Filipinos have, their hospitality. This new generation, I'm going to tell you, man, it's dwindling, guys. It's not the same. But when you meet people like Merlin's mother and them from that generation, it rekindles your love for the Philippines. You're like, okay, I get it now. I see why people are running over here. So there's nothing that I wouldn't do for her. Really. Hey, I seen to catch you live. He said, I never seen to catch you live. Glad to catch it. Hey, thanks. I'm just going to stay on here as long as I can. I'm under the weather, man. I don't know what I did. I touched the doorknob or something. He said, this week is Holy Week there. So if you sent money to a Filipina, it's going to a closing fiesta. Yeah. I'm going to spin the wheel twice on Friday. Just, because it's Holy Week. But yeah, you're right. But they'll give you a whole other 100 reasons where your money's going. But we send a lot over here, and then we're afraid to ask them just a simple question. Where's my money? What are you doing with it? He said, Big Daddy Boom, aka Mr. Know-It-All, says, I'm ready to send Miss JHA money right now. Well, I don't know if that's a real profile picture. He said they're putting Yummy on layaway. Yeah, but see, we're being lured over here. See, because that's one of the tricks. They'll say, well, I didn't tell you to do it, or, and all that, right? But I'm going to be honest with you, man. The word is entitled. That's what's happening. Okay, they expect that now because her friends, foreigner does it. Her family's foreigner does it. So you're supposed to do it. They come to expect that. But what people aren't telling you, I'm telling you this so you can know up front. It's an enormous commitment you're making when you start dealing with women over here. You have no idea because the memo you're getting is they're the best women on the planet. And that may be true. All that's subjective. But that's all the info you're getting poured into your head. See, I step on people's toes and they get mad and they want to push back. All my women's are like that. Instead of them being honest and saying, you know what, man, you're right, and help to push the conversation along so it can help more people, they'll say it's not true. Okay? That's what they'll say. Handicraft says, I feel no sympathy for these old simps and fools. Only young, thirsty dudes should be falling prey for such action. Now, it's actually the other way around. I did a video for my Patreon about the added risk of being young and coming over here to the Philippines. See, they look at old guys like me as a joke. You know, when they see me with Marilyn, a younger woman and everything, they know it's all about money. But when they see a guy that's her age, he's in the prime of his life, got the newest fashions on, the jewelry, the shoes and everything. Okay, that's a problem right there. They get jealous, man. You know, because I just wear just simple stuff like this every day. Nobody's going to look at me and get jealous because I do it on purpose. You know, I know what to do, man, to keep that low profile. I don't want to make anybody feel uncomfortable because people do it over there. You know, when you don't have any money, people come around, they flashing and everything. But the young guys over here, they increase the risk of getting in trouble just from being young and doing the things young people do. The guy was saying, oh, yeah, I go to the club 3 times a month. It's no problem in the club. Man, all you doing is every time you go there, you're increasing the odds of something happening. That's all that's happening, okay? Because it's a fact that those local bars and nightclubs are not safe for foreigners. That's all you're doing. You're taking, every time you go in there, it's one blow from the axe against the tree. And pretty soon, the next time you go in there, that last blow is going to topple the tree down. You know, it wasn't that time. It was all the other times, too, that you went in there. But he said, yeah, I go there 3 or 4 times a month. Yeah, you increase the odds because he's a young guy. You can't tell him nothing. He said 100,000 pesos before you meet a Filipina. That's enough money for her to move on to the next guy. Use your brains, guys. That's nothing, man. That's nothing. I've seen guys send a million, without ever seeing the woman. And they get mad at me. I don't say any names. You would never know who it is. They only know, really. But they get mad at me. I'm like, man, I didn't tell them who. Never said your name. They wouldn't know you from a man in the moon. It'd be like picking a needle out of a haystack. But they're angry. Not really at me, at themselves for doing that. Like, what happened to me? I know what happened. The lust took over. You send a woman $1 million over here. Well, I tell you what, you can't make this stuff up, man. He said, thank you for not being political and talking the truth. Hey, guys, wait. Honey. Where Merlin's not here? Oh, I need my phone, booby. I'll give it back when I'm finished, okay? Yeah, my damn computer's going down. Let me put this in. Yeah, $1 million, and he had the nerve to get mad at me. He won't speak to me today, man. He's a good friend of mine, man. I really enjoyed talking to him, you know, hanging out with him, man. But hell, why you mad at me? I'm not talking about you. I'm just trying to help somebody, save somebody else from sending $1 million. Because I don't have $1 million to send. Okay, I don't have $1 million to send. I'm sorry. I do not have it. I'm just getting in this new, wait. Oh, hell. There. I'm going on my phone. I'm going to cut this off. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you. I'm back. This damn computer, man, wasn't charged up enough. But yeah, he's talking about 100,000. You know, that's the stupid shit we do. And when you tell people about it, they get mad at you. It's like a friend of mine named Gerald Muhammad. He said, it's almost like, he said, Cal, when you tell people the truth, it's like this. He said, they're in a dark room and they're being fed what they think is spaghetti. You come in there and turn on the light and it's not spaghetti, it's worms they're being fed. They'll get mad at you for turning on the light. And that's what happens to me over here. Guys get mad at me for turning on the damn light. You know, I just turned on the light. I'm trying to help guys, man. I'm trying to use all the information I've accumulated over the last 15 years. If it can help guys to hold on to some of their hard-earned money, it will. All you got to do is ask simple questions. You know, just like my next video. I don't care if they make one. If they do, then you know they got it from me. Where would you be if I wasn't here? Or where would you be if it wasn't for me? I'm tired of being taken for granted. I'm going to break it down, but I'm going to do it in a way it's not going to be disrespectful. But every now and then, you have to ask that question because you will be taken for granted here. But remember, my messages now are to the men who are making a difference over here. Hey, Ron, he said, hey, Cal, when they send money like that, it makes it harder for other expats because a lot more Filipinos try to do the same. Yeah, I just said that. They're looking around and they're saying, well, hell, believe it or not, man, you know, I give Marilyn my last. You know, we went through the storms and everything. We've been together for a while. We got a daughter. But when the guy gave the woman $1 million, she looking at me like I'm not doing enough. Bullshit. Before she could even get it out, I said, yeah, okay. You better be careful. Washfree said, was the guy on your show who said his house, who sold his house, gave the money to his girlfriend so she could buy a house in the Philippines, then she stole the money? No, that wasn't him. Yeah, the phone's got better sound and everything. Frank said, this is a guy who's got good common sense and knowledge and wisdom. He said, if your Filipino cares for you, she will keep you out of the bars. But you know, these young guys, you can't tell them anything. Yeah, 1 million. 1 million. And then what she did was she made up an argument to split up with him. Okay? Because the money was for a piece of land. So she gets the money, buys the land. Within a week, she creates an argument, makes it up, breaks up with him, sells the land for 1.3 million. Now she got 1.3 million in her hands. It's like me having 1.3 million dollars. She doesn't have 2 pesos to rub against each other right now. Okay? I'm just, you know, telling you to be more responsible with your hard-earned money. It's yours. So, you know, if you want to send it over here, that's okay, because there's some women who are the exception to the rule. They take the money and do the best they can. You know, I told you about the guy whose wife, he sent the woman 12 million pesos to buy the land, to build a house, where she messed up a lot of it. The house didn't get finished. Okay, well, what's he, you know, that's his fault for sending all that money over here like that. 12 million. And then she slaps him in the face. He says, hey, well, let's sell this other piece of land, get the money and finish the house. Who's going to take care of me and my kids when you die? Man, that would have been I'd have got the next train smoking out of that. You know, are they still together? I don't know. I wouldn't have been with her. Okay? 12 million. Now he did sell everything, and his family was angry with him. They told him, don't do it. You don't know that woman, blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. But we make up our minds long before we get here, man, for whatever reason. That's a lot of money, even for me. He's a little bit older than me. I'll be 61, so I believe he's 63 because he's getting his Social Security, which, by the way, he said, well, we can live off our Social Security. That's not enough, she said. Oh, man. You're talking about just him telling me that got me hot. It wasn't my money. You know, so just be more responsible. Ask for some accountability if you're going to do that. First of all, the best thing that I did when I built this house, I was here every single day to watch every hollow block put into this house. I controlled the money when it was time to pay the engineer. So many guys that doing business overseas, man, you can't do that, man. You can't do it. Because what's going to happen, okay, she don't realize, okay, you're going to send money, okay, for the foundation. Well, how much does it cost? You need 200,000, okay. Well, she's going to take 25 or 30,000 of that off the top and spend it because she thinks, oh, I can do it for 170,000 or whatever. Guys, trust me, this is how it works, okay? Hey, Mr. Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He says, wait, let me see. He said, more often than not, we suffer a big financial hit by 1,000 cuts. Yeah, that stuff adds up. I got it right here. And next thing you know, you bled to death. But you say, well, it's my money. It's my retirement. And this is where we get in trouble. We have no idea the immense responsibility, guys. You got guys over here 60, 70, 80 years old, 90 years old, raising children who aren't their children. Is anything wrong with that? No, because I'm talking about guys who are making a difference in people's lives. But I'm just saying, you know, you didn't sign up for that. That wasn't your plan when you retired at Ford Motor Company. The day they gave you that pen for 40 years and you said, oh, I'm retired, it never crossed your mind. But then when you get over here, now all of a sudden, she wraps them damn legs around your neck. You agreeing to every damn thing. The piggery and all kind of bullshit, man. The sugar cane field, the Bitcoin, and all that. But when I bring it up, they get mad at me. Jabraz said it's not the money, it's giving money to people you don't really know. Yeah, but even if you know them, okay, Jabraz, you're sugarcoating it, man. Remember the most loyal woman over here, the woman with the best of intentions, committed. She don't know how to manage that money. She's going to mess it up. I don't care how long you know her. All we're asking for is just give me some accountability. That way I know what can I do, you know, how much, you know, to send you for real where you can manage that. Because that million pesos, she ended up having 1.3. It just messed her mind up. Her and the boyfriend, they just went through it so quick. And if you'd have gave her 5,000, she'd have worked the miracles with it. But 1.3 million, no, He's lucky she didn't die. Hey, the poor man's passport guy, thanks for that super chat. Check out his channel too, guys. I mean, he's really one of my favorite channels. Now, he's about to reach his 1,000. I think he's got his 1,000, but he needs his watch time out. So go over there, man. Hell, while you washing dishes or something, let his videos play, man. Let's help each other because he's got some good content. But he says, my best girlfriend in the Philippines didn't ask for much. I just saw on TikTok yesterday after 6 months, she got big new melons. Another foreigner took care of that. Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's you or somebody else. We're all, they put us all in that same bucket. It's just like Soul Snatcher said, they think, okay, because you won't do it, somebody else will do it until they won't. It's not so many of us coming over here doing it. It only looks like it because you're getting a very limited view on these YouTube channels versus 110 million, but let's just say 8 million foreigners at the height of tourism was coming to the Philippines. How many of you think you're seeing? Just a handful, not even 100. Okay? Then remember the ones who really have the big money, the Koreans, the Japanese, the Chinese. Man, they're spending more than we are. But they don't watch my channel. So, I don't know. Somebody needs to help them. But it's not people lining up. They're just not making that 20-hour flight. And you got to call her bluff, okay? If it gets to that point, you got to call her bluff. You just got to walk away I promise you. There's not one foreigner watching me right now. If he didn't walk away, everything would collapse. Everything. There's not one foreigner watching me right now that wouldn't happen to. But we don't even use that leverage. We're too good. We're too nice. We're too kind. But really, we're just afraid. We don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. We don't want to step on anybody's toes, which is making matters worse. When people respect you, man, they're going to treat you right. The thought of cheating you and that's what happened. The woman didn't respect him. And that's the problem. That's why she took that money. Mike Dorsonville said, you're right, brother. That's the biggest word there. Accountability. That's all. Just get some accountability for the money you're sending. Because you're making a difference. You can make a bigger difference. I got on here. We send millions of pesos. What's that? Yeah, let me have that. We send millions of pesos. I mean, not pesos. Millions of dollars over here every year. Is it making a difference? Not as big a difference as it should be. There should be more rich women here. It's not. And you ask me why, Cap? Because they're squandering the money. They're thinking that the money's never going to run out. But Merlin's here now. They tell me in my line, come here. When we were talking about buying this house, it really was Merlin's idea. Said, yeah, let's go on and do that so we can have something to look back on, right? Yeah. For the money. Okay? Because if not, guys, I promise you, it's not hard to run through 20,000 over here. When you're staying at Airbnbs, eating out, these hotels, going to Boracay and El Palawan, airfare. For two, by the way, or however many. I mean, really, I was on the brink of disaster, man, but luckily I'd been there before, so I knew what to do. I didn't panic because I was spending money over here. I've done it. It's not something I'm talking about. Okay, he said, when is the low season? It's coming. The high season, Frank, is December to April. So after April, it slows back down. He said, people really need to call the bluff. Absolutely. But we're afraid to. We're afraid to call the bluff. We don't want to step on anybody's toes. Remember, we're afraid of being deported. I would rather be deported than repatriated because I ran out of money. But I dare you right now, if your woman right here is giving you problems or taking you for granted and acting like, oh, well, men like you come a dime a dozen, which is what my American wife told me. That was the last straw I left. After all I had done, that's what you said. She's been looking for a good man ever since. That was 2009. Hasn't found one yet. But if it's gotten to that point, walk away and let it all collapse. Okay? Yeah, okay. And then when you come back, if you come back, things will change. Hey, Rick Hard, thanks for that super chat. He said, rich people are not poor people with money. That's right. I was talking about this the other day. You want some more? There's some people over here who are rich. And they got rich by being frugal and everything like that. John was frugal, but he had $1 million in the bank when he died. But I know guys over here are rich. But when they get to the Philippines, something happens. All that money management skills are thrown out the window. They're like somebody working their first job at McDonald's. They're just throwing money at these women. No accountability. Whatever crazy business idea the woman comes up with, they're all for it. Okay? Is the pussy that good? Yeah, it is, but not so much that I'm going to go bankrupt or I'm going to give away everything I worked 40 years for. You know, you got to leverage the money. She don't have a leg to stand on. What do they say? Pot to piss in or window to throw it out. Okay? And I'm not talking about anybody. We're just talking to each other, having a conversation about our money because it's our money. You're holding the structure up. Call the bluff one time, man. I guarantee you your life will be a whole lot better over here. Won't be no talking back. Won't be any of that. But you want to see where your money's going, guys, over here. Because if not, I'm sorry. It's your problem. Yeah, he said, Cal dead, but I'm glad he's back. We buried the hatchet. We're going to meet for lunch in Iloilo. This is just something to help my cold symptoms. I wish all them guys would come back so we can bury the hatchet because it's nothing, man, really. We're 8,000 miles from home. It's not that serious. If you ask me, well, Cal, why those guys mad at you? I really don't know. I cannot tell you. Maybe something I said 3 years ago that I can't even remember. He says, I like your channel, The Beach of Life. Well, The Beach of Life is no joke. But he's more documenting his life and times in the Philippines. But he's got all the equipment. He's a professional. He's not like me. I do all my videos on my phone. But yeah, he is the real deal. He said, men have to be accountable to themselves. Stop being a lottery ticket. Give her a little and see what she does with it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So then when she comes back, you say, no, you already squandered that, lady. Look, first of all, you got to sit your woman down and let her know, look, I'm not rich. I got the idea for my video that I'm going to do my next video. If I can, if maybe the next one, the one after that. A friend of mine, I'm not even going to say his name because I don't want to get him in trouble. He sent me a post from Facebook. It's a Filipina sitting across from her foreigner husband. They're in a restaurant, and she says, every time they see me with my husband, they think, oh, another Filipina has escaped poverty, or I'm with him for his money. Well, let me remind you, he didn't have any money. He don't have any money, right? And I just looked at this lady like, by the way, they're in Houston, Texas. And I'm saying to myself, lady, you ungrateful. You know, I don't know if you're just naive. You know that visa that he gave you, there's no monetary value on that. You're taking him for granted. You did escape poverty. You're in the United States right now, eating at a fancy restaurant. People are going to knock on your door asking you to come to work for them, going to pay you money you only dreamed about before. But you're going to say it right in his face. You're going to post that on Facebook. And he's sitting there looking sick, looking stupid. Talking about he don't have no money. You know, she wants to be the exception. Oh, I'm not with him for his money. Well, what is it then? Oh, I'm not with him to escape poverty. But you did all of the above. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm like, you know, These are good guys, man, making a difference. He made a difference in that woman's life, man, but they forget. I got a wife over there, man. All that I did, man, 10 wonderful years together. I gave her a new life, man. Visa, everything. Showed her a life she never even dreamed about. And now she won't even give me a divorce. I'm going to have to go over there. I'm going to have to pay for the divorce 3 times. My ticket over there, pay for the lawyer and the divorce, and my ticket back. That's not required. Just give me the divorce, lady. After all I've done for you, you're taking me for granted. I don't know who you're talking to, but this is what I'm going to be talking about and how they act because they're from a different culture. But we don't seem to think that that matters. It matters, guys. It matters big time. Respect means something else over here, okay, than it does in the West. It doesn't mean due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. It don't mean that over here, okay? What does due mean? Because this is important right here. Due just means a person's right. What's owed to someone, man, that's powerful. You owe that. This is what you deserve, respect. But they're not going to give it to you, man. You got to demand that. And sometimes you got to walk away to get it. Okay? Because if you don't, it's never coming. You're going to keep, those incidents like that are going to keep happening. That's why they keep happening. These guys, okay, the guy I told you gave 405,000 pesos to the lady. He loaned it to her. Now, let me tell you, this woman has no job, no way of paying him back, but he loaned it to her. And he's on Droppy Twofold with all the money, sent 20,000, this and that. Lady, show me what you did with the first 20,000 I sent you before I send you another peso. Show me that you're putting that money to good use, or your plan that you're borrowing the money from, you're using it for that. Otherwise, you're not going to get another peso from me. But we're afraid, man. We're afraid over here. Stop kissing these women's asses over here, man. Have to grow some damn balls. We're not talking about mistreating people. We're not talking about taking advantage of people. We're talking about self-preservation. We're talking about accountability. We're kissing too much ass over here, man. We're afraid to move over here. Scared of our own damn shadow. Oh, they're going to get you deported. Okay, so what? Go somewhere else. Take your money and your retirement somewhere else. You know, if it ever gets to that situation. Yeah. He said, these are fucking mid-20s, mid-30s, early 40s adults that don't want to do shit. He said, Cal's frozen on my end. Check your connection. Yeah, we got to quit kissing ass over here. This is the ass kissing capital of the world. Grown ass men work their whole damn lives, raise families, retire on their jobs after 40 years, got everything set up for them, and come over here and kiss a woman's ass who don't have a leg to stand on. Because you're afraid of going back to where you came from. Okay? He said, Kambal said, perhaps the ultimate flaw in the community throwing rocks at the messenger. Yeah, but you know, I get excited about this stuff. I get hyped up about it, man, because I'm seeing it. I've been through it. And then it's like I can see it in slow motion. So you make these videos hoping that somebody can grab a hold to just anything and say, okay, I'm not going to send any money. You know, what am I really getting into when I come over there? Because it's more than a beautiful face. You don't see what's behind that beautiful face, because that's all they're showing you on YouTube. These entertainment channels and these vacation channels, they're on the honeymoon, guys. A lot of these vacation vloggers and entertainment vloggers, they've only been here one time. It's their first time here. Of course they're going to be excited. Of course they're going to be hyped up. course, they're going to make it out to be more than it is. And then somebody like me that's been over here for 15 years, I'm just sitting back like, yeah, okay, well, when are you going to drop the bomb and tell your viewers that all that might be true, but they're broke? And there's a whole lot of problems dealing with broke people, whether it's a woman or a man. Immense responsibility over here, guys. I want you to know so you can make a better informed choice. Do I want to deal with this? I want to go somewhere else. They're sugarcoating it. They're sugarcoating it, man. There ain't nothing funny about what's going on over here. You know, that man worked all his life for that money. Sold everything in America. All those nights of driving those lonely roads as a truck driver. Okay? Only to give that woman that money and she squandered it. I mean, imagine he said, look, quit that OFW job over there. These are guys I'm talking to, men who are making a difference, not this riffraff coming over here, staying in Angeles City for a week, going back home and making 1,000 videos. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about guys who have the intentions of really lifting people up out of poverty and helping them. And they're getting screwed over. They're getting taken for granted. Well, damn it, put your foot down. You keep sending that money over and over and over like that. Hey, what's up, Michael Onstad? That's our insurance agent on the channel, guys. If you need health insurance, do you do life insurance, Michael? Thanks for that super chat. And congratulations. I saw the award. I believe that was Facebook, wasn't it? Where you had that award that you won. This guy sells. I'm not envious of you. I don't want anything to do with that. He said, Frank's right. They feel foreigners are replaceable, so they should be treated equally. But this is where they got it wrong. This is what I'm telling you and any Filipino watching this, that's not the truth. And even if we are replaceable, it's still another foreigner that you're relying on. So now you're making my point even more valid. Where would you be if I wasn't here? Where would you be if it wasn't for me? This is what you guys are afraid to ask. I may get deported for making that video. That's why I got to make sure that I word it right. You know, y'all know I don't disrespect anybody, anything like that. I'm talking to the men. I'm not even talking to the women. But sometimes you got to lay that damn hammer down. You know, humble these women who've been built up. They've been put on pedestals, okay, here in the last few years. And they shit don't stink. Well, it does. And they bleed once a month, okay? And you got some leverage, but you better use it, or you ain't got nothing coming. And my blog sounds so crazy because of what else is out there. So they think, oh, the guy called me cantankerous, or, you know, and then one guy says, oh, yeah, what did he say? I can't think of the word. You're an acquired taste and all that, because y'all getting all this sugary bullshit out there. I'm not even giving you the real bottom of the barrel nitty gritty. I'm just giving you common sense. I know how far to take it, and then I let it go. Because I'm not going to disrespect anybody over here. I'm talking to you because you can hear me. You understand the sarcasm. If you're sending money over here, demand some accountability. I mean, guys are really, they're way out. You know, and this guy, he was so proud when he finally met the Filipino after 3 years. You're a damn fool. There's no guarantee in all that. I mean, he's talking like he's real proud. Then he gets over here and she hits him over the head. Oh, we're not going to have sex until we get married. And they made a video because it's romantic. They get a lot of views. You watch what I tell you. And I'm not wishing bad luck on anybody. It's not going to last. Okay? There's not the exception. Okay? He don't even know the woman really. Talking on the phone and talking on the internet does not count. David Masterson says, it amazes me how many guys throwing that money at these young lady vloggers. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's only unbelievable if you're not over here. if you haven't been following this money trail, ever since 2009, okay, I just didn't pay any attention because I didn't have a channel. I'm minding my own business. I'm having my own fun. But I was doing the same thing. I was throwing money at women over here, man, when I didn't even have to. And then you feel, your feelings is hurt when you try to buy something and she don't want it. And yeah, guys, that's all I'm saying. Vincent says, yeah, thank you. I've been traveling to the Philippines for 8 years. Also took me to find the right partner. It's all about patience. That will give you a reward in the end. Never rush into anything like that. And that's exactly what we do. My information is so you can make a more informed decision. But guess what we do? We throw it out the window. We're looking at all these videos on YouTube and we rush into that decision. We make it too fast. Based on what? Based on what she looks like. And what these vloggers are telling you. Do you really think that a woman over here is going to tell you, okay, the bad side of the real nitty gritty about, oh man, it's really a responsibility. It's just as expensive. You heard me say it. Dealing with a woman over here and taking care of her as it is in America because you get no break. It's 24/7, 365 days around the clock. Over there, you get a break because the woman may have a job. Over here, there is no job. Okay, that's why it's a catch-22. Guys are like, well, let's see. Should I keep the Filipino over here because I don't want her to change? Well, 6 months after she meets you, she's already changed. She's no longer the same. She's no longer riding in that pedicab. You don't believe me? John, may he rest in peace, told me that. He said, Cal, because I asked him, I said, be honest, John, has Janessa changed? He said, yeah. He said, she don't want to ride in those pedicabs anymore because she's gotten used, to riding in the car and everything like that. So you don't have to take over there. And when you keep over here, just know that you're going to spend until eternity. You're going to unretire yourself. Y'all think I'm on here just babbling? He says, I'll be talking to Michael Onstadt real soon. Yeah, so Bitcoin, yeah, it's just a game. Well, no. They had something over here. It was called Axie. And it was a sort of what is Bitcoin? What do they call that? Virtual coin or something, virtual money or something. Well, it was going big over here for a while. Because I thought in there, she at 1 month, some game you were playing. But it's basically based on the investment strategy of the coin. She earned 9,000 pesos 1 month. And everybody was doing it. People were earning 30,000. They thought it was going to last forever. Everybody's signing up. Give credit to the Filipino government. They said, hold on now. We're warning y'all that this thing is not registered in the country. It's taken place outside the country. We have no jurisdiction over it. And it wasn't a week later, it collapsed. And people lost everything, including the woman that had that $1 million. I think she, like I said, it's so good they think it's going to go on forever. She invested 500,000 of her $1 million in there. Imagine. Crazy, man. But you can't reach them once you give them that money. Yeah, cryptocurrency. Thank you. Imagine she's 500,000. Man, that's a lot of money over here for the typical person over here. 500,000 pesos. It's like giving me $500,000. Same degree of difficulty in coming up with that 500,000. It's almost impossible. It would be almost impossible for me to do it, to have it in my hand all at once, the $500,000, unless somebody gave it to me. And that's what's happening over here. It's impossible. They could never reach that amount They just don't earn enough. They don't have enough to save to ever have 500,000 pesos in their hand. Never gonna happen the whole lifetime. But you give them a million, what's gonna happen, man? The bottom's gonna fall out. But let's go back and talk about this again. Where's the money? This is the topic today. What are Filipinos doing with our hard-earned dollars? That's just a simple question we're asking. Is there anything wrong with that? Am I being mean if I go in there and ask Maryland, hey, where's that 10,000 I gave you? What you do with that? Is there anything wrong with me doing that? Would I be wrong for doing that? No. It's all about accountability. If you want another 10,000, show me that you did right by that 10,000. Or you don't get another peso other than rent and everything like that, electric and all that. As foreign men, Japanese, Chinese, American, Australian, Korean, whatever, we send millions of dollars, well documented, to Filipinos and Filipinas over here every single year, probably every month. I would even go out and say a month. It's a big part of their gross national product. Okay. But they don't have anything to show for it, most of them. There should be rich women walking around here in the Philippines, but they're not. They're just as broke as when you met them because there's no accountability. You just keep sending it and sending it and sending it because she never asked you for anything, you know. Frank Tate said some of my wife's friends now call her big time. They feel that she's rich now that she is married to me. Well, in all honesty, Frank, y'all are rich. I mean, in comparison to them, because remember, it's relevant. If you got 20,000, which I know you got more than that, Frank, that's 1,000,000 pesos. Okay, over 1,000,000. Right now, with the peso being 56.28, what are you talking about? Almost 1.2. That's rich over here. They'll never have that money. Rich is relevant. She eating hound a hog every single day, live in a nice condominium. Okay. Probably, I think, is that your car, that Corvette? Yeah, she's rich. But she don't have money to just be throwing out the damn window. But yeah, she's rich compared to them. Dolan May says, man says receipts in hands. Homie, don't play that. Well, I applaud you for that, but I'm going to tell you that she's the exception of the exceptions. Because that just isn't happening over here. If that was normal, there'd be more houses over here, more houses and lots than it is. There'd be more women driving cars and motorcycles and having businesses and everything than what it is. I'm not talking about the professional Filipinos and the middle class and the rich. They got all that. I'm talking about the women we deal with. They're not middle class. They're not rich. There should be more rich women walking around here. I mean, for the life of me, okay, now this is back in, 2011. I used to send my son's mother 25,000 pesos. And then by Friday, she's broke. And I'm like, 25,000 pesos? Lady wasn't making that for the whole month, working like a Hebrew slave. What are you doing with this money? Well, of course, they're not going to appreciate it because they're not working for it. We worked we worked too long and too hard for our money to have somebody squander it over here. But most of us are in the honeymoon period. Oh, it's okay. I'll forgive you. Everything, is sunshine and roses during the honeymoon period. But when you fall off that cliff, guys, I'm going to tell you, that's when it's going to be over. Because then you're going to have the nerve to ask, so where's the money? What you do with all that money I sent you? We need it now. Are you keeping score, they'll say. Well, you're damn right I am. Because you're taking me for granted. Where would you be if I wasn't around? Oh, it's disrespectful. Yeah. Okay. We're afraid to ask that, to say that, to walk away and watch as the whole structure collapses. Okay, because she can't hold it up. She doesn't have a leg to stand on. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with that. She's been like that her whole life. The problem is us. We don't realize the immense responsibility that goes along with dating Filipinos. That's the problem. I keep saying it over and over because y'all really aren't hearing me. You're just seeing these attractive young women over here. You don't have any idea, guys, of the enormous commitment you're making when you sign on the dotted line. Most of us can't handle it. We've never dealt with something like that before. But it looks so easy on YouTube. Look, Chunky's got a nice looking woman. Not realizing he's bald because he done pulled all his damn hair out. Okay? He's eating because he's stressed out. He's not retired anymore for real. I'm not talking about going back to work. There's no relaxation. There's no free time. That woman's going to be on your back everywhere you go. Then she's going to start spending your money for you. Oh, we can't afford to go to Boracay. Oh, really? No, you can't afford. I can. It doesn't matter, darling May, how good she is or how loyal she is and how honest and everything. They don't know how to handle money. You must not be giving a whole lot. I mean, because even you probably aren't keeping all your receipts. That's the problem I have with people doing these budget blogs. They're a damn lie. They're not tracking their spending like I had to do when I bought my house over in America. I had to do that and show these people that I could live on a budget. Everything you spent, you had to document it. You had to have a receipt or something for it. We're just not doing that over here. We're guessing. That's why I don't do them anymore. Because I'm not being truthful. I don't know what I had for breakfast yesterday. So what am I trying to wonder what I spent my money on 2 weeks ago when I was at the mall or something like that? I didn't keep the receipts. We're just not doing it. But somebody over here is doing it. I like to see that. I like to see that. He said, I like when they have the audacity to get mad at you and make that make sense. Yeah. All we want, if I'm going to be the man of the house, am I really the man of the house? Or is that just a facade? You just build my ego up, putting me up there so I can spend more money. Because if I am, then I've got to have some kind of say-so in my house. I've got to have some type of respect. The same level of respect I'm showing you. But if you don't believe me, you're going to see it. It's just annoying. It's just how it is over here. When you come to the Philippines, they expect you because you're just a visitor in our country. Remember, you're in our country. Okay, that's fine. They expect us to show them respect. But in return, it's like we don't have any rights that they feel they're bound to respect. And I don't get that. Okay? And knowing that, that's why we kiss ass over here. We walk on eggshells over here, guys. You don't have to do it, especially not in your own house. But that's what we do. Just Due regard. That's all it is. You know, you're right. It says a person's right. Something is owed to somebody, whether it's here, Thailand, America, whatever it is. Hey, Mr. Ringo, thanks for that super chat. He said that peculiar mental twist infects us men as well, especially when we risk what's he saying? Our own security on a woman we don't know and might feel we don't deserve. Yeah, we forget how hard the peculiar mental twist comes, Mr. Ringo. We forget how long and how hard we worked to get the money. It's just there. We've forgotten all about it now because she got her legs wrapped around our legs. She's doing everything. Cooking within a G-string and a tank top. And, you know, we're on that honeymoon period, man. The prefrontal cortex has been shut off. You're walking around in a blackout. You don't even know what you're doing from one day to the next. You don't forget. You're exactly right. What it took for you to get that money. But I'm going to go even one step further, Mr. Ringo. You forget that long-ass plane ride over here. That enough should keep you on your toes. You didn't just walk over here. You didn't just open your eyes and all you're in the Philippines. That's a treacherous trip. It's going to kick your ass, the best of us. It's going to kick our behind. But we forget that. Hey, Blizzard Abroad, thanks for that super chat. He's got a channel, guys. Check him out. He says, it struck me a while ago when you said they think they know more than you. That's coming. That's coming. Because remember, you're over here. You got to swallow a lot. You got to swallow your pride over here. That's the only way you're going to make it. There's a lot that you got to eat over here. But the way you do that is that I don't give a damn button. See, I don't give a damn, you know. I was at the bank in Panglao Bahal, and, you know, I'm waiting in line like everybody else. I got my number. Well, it's time for me, and I go up and give the lady the number. Well, she sees a Filipina and asks the Filipina, what's your number? Like I jumped in front of the lady, you know, because she never saw me before. I guess she sees this big, bad black man. He probably jumped in front of you. The lady was 2 numbers behind me. But it didn't bother me. Now, if it had been my first trip over here, it probably would have rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe I would have said something. But I'm far past that. I've acclimated. Slights like that don't even bother me anymore. But you have to swallow a lot over here because you're not on level ground. It's not how we treat people in America. I mean, you know, believe it or not, we treat them, you know, with more respect. But that's coming, you know, that's coming. And I'm not talking about anybody, putting anybody down. I'm talking to us. This is going to be your experience when you come over here. The Beach of Life says, HT, I'm enjoying life on my honeymoon phase. Yeah, it's true. It's all going to make sense. Nothing's going to bother you. Okay? She wakes you out of her sleep. You know, honey, I need 2 pesos to pay the water. You wake me up for that. Get the damn 2 pesos out of the damn can. But when you're on the honeymoon, say, okay, honey, you know, man, you got sleep in your eyes, man. You know, there's nothing worse than being woke out of your sleep. You damn near have a heart attack. What's going on? The house on fire? No, you need 2 pesos to pay the water out there. Nothing bothers you on your honeymoon period, man. I promise you it doesn't, guys. And when you wake up out of that honeymoon period, you're going to know what you got then. He said, Brother Cal, she has my money in she has my money in her pocketbook. Okay, wait. All my financial transactions is in her name. She copped that by herself. I'm overseas, and her carrying for my money keeps people honest. I'm staying low key. Yeah, you got a good one. Like I said, you got the exception out of the exception. We'll have a hard time finding the damn water. I mean, the electric bill, and they just came yesterday. I promise. See, like I said, you've got the exception. I got a good woman, but it doesn't matter how good they are. No matter how honest they are and how loyal and committed, they're gonna fuck up your money, guys, if you don't hold them accountable. Because I put down here, and before you start with that, my girl is different bullshit. She's the exception. Well, she is. And you really should kiss the ground she walks on. If you got a woman over here doing all that, she's way beyond the exception. He said, I took my wife to the bookstore and got her Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Think and Grow Rich, the millionaire next door. Giving a Filipino financial education is one of the best gifts that you can give. I agree with that. But the first financial education you have to give her, Frank, is yours. You got to let her know, look, I'm not rich. I worked 40 years at the post office for this money. Work my fingers to the bone. That's why I can't straighten them. You got to give her the 411, man. You got to run it down to her. Yeah, I'm rich when, in comparison to you, but in my own country, I'm middle class. I got to work. This money didn't come easy because they think it comes easy. They respect the Filipino man over here they respect his money and him who earns 400 pesos a day because they see how hard he works. They don't see you. They didn't see you work for it. That's why they don't respect it. It's like, oh, it's no big deal. You came over here with it. Lady, I'm 60 years old. I worked for 40 years. Where do you think this money came from? Out of the clear blue sky? But they'll respect him because they see it up close. Oh, he's really working hard for that 500 pesos a day or whatever it is. But you don't get that same sympathy. You're supposed to just keep on. The money's just never supposed to stop. Anton said, my ex-girlfriend loved to spend money. Yeah, your money. Yeah, he said, Blizzard Abroad, subscribe number 73. I'm going to subscribe to his channel. I don't know if I did already. Maybe I did. Hey, Charles Butler said, when dirt road turns into payment, time to make a change. Yeah, you'll know if you've got the balls enough to make the change. We stay in there long past the due date because remember what I said on the video today, we're afraid of hurting the feelings or letting somebody down. Okay? All those promises you made in the honeymoon period, you gotta, deal with that. You gotta, do it. If not, you're a bad man. Yeah, you gotta bite your tongue a lot. I don't bite it nearly as much as I used to. And like when I was really over here, like 2-3 years or something, man, I really used to bite my tongue. Because, you would go into a bank or somewhere and it'd be a long line of people and the tellers would be counting money. They're not even looking. They don't even care that you're standing there. And you just want to say, hey, do you see us standing here? But you can't say it. You got to bite your tongue. But after a while, you'll realize, oh, it's just how it is over here. Because when you first get over, it takes a long time, man, for you to even run the cycle to see everything you need to see before you can make a judgment call like that. 2 years is not enough. Even if you're here every single day, you're not going to see everything. You're not going to run the cycle. But yeah, you got to bite your tongue, man. You can't, man. It's a whole lot you better not say over here, but it's not the same when you're in your own house and you're in your own apartment or condo. Okay, okay, guess what? You want to get me blacklisted, and guess what? Where you going to be? Because all I'm going to do is be in Thailand or Cambodia, Vietnam somewhere. Where are you going to, where would you be if I was not here? It's going to be a cold video. They might put me out of the country for making it. Yeah, she gonna cash him in. There ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. There ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. She gonna call in those bets. You said you was gonna do this. See, you lied. Because they quick to call you a liar, but ooh, and it burns me up. I'm like, I just haven't done it yet. But everything's a lie. If you didn't do it, if I say okay, I'm gonna do something on Tuesday and I'll do it, then I lied, and then I end up doing it on Wednesday. Okay, I apologize. They love to throw that word out, but they'll start using that word. We can't afford it. Okay, what do you mean we can't? Now you can't. I can't. Hey, Sperling Edwards, thanks for that super chat. He says, excellent chat today. It looks like a lot of brothers are learning. You know, I want to think that, Sperling, because Cal Deadman's on here, and he's in, matter of fact, Sperling Edwards is in Elo too, Cal. Hell, we might have lunch, all three of us. He said, I bought a new motorcycle. Yeah. Oh, man. He said, yeah, electric bill, water bill, internet bill, Shine bill. He said, I don't play that, brother. I respect you. I'm expecting the reciprocity. That's right. But it's always put on us. You're in our country. You're a visitor. So I can't say anything. You know, y'all saw what happened when that man got killed. All you got to do is look in the Facebook, YouTube, the comments. That's what he get for disrespecting him. How dare he disrespect us? I'm like, well, this is why everything came out. I'm like, well, what about, do you supposed to respect me? Which most people do. But you surely deserve respect in your own place, guys. If you don't, because I probably went over Sam McCall, longtime friend, longtime follower of Sunshine Shoulders. His stepdaughter was murdered a few days ago in Metro Manila by an ex-boyfriend. It's devastated their family. They need help with her burial, not the funeral, but the burial is separate. To entomb her. He didn't reach out to me. I'm doing this on my own. I brought it to the attention of our members only live stream yesterday, and I want to thank everybody who contributed. Okay, his PayPal link is in the description, guys. You got to know this guy to know he's a great guy. I couldn't imagine being in his shoes. Imagine 53 Shades Darker made a video on his birthday party, the girl singing karaoke. It's spooky, man. She's dead. Mother 3, her mother's just a wonderful woman, man. And I'm just going to ask my viewers and subscribers, you could give $1, 50 cents, $2, whatever it is, send it to him, man. They really need it. Remember, when you help other people, you help yourself. In this case, I know for a fact he would do it for me. That's the type of guy he is. I don't know how much they need. He's not going to go out and drink and go to Angeles City and blow it on in one of those bars, something. But thank y'all so much for your super chat, your super stickers, all your support of Sunshine Shoulders, especially the people join the membership. Consider joining the channel. I don't take that stuff for granted, man. TJ Johnson said, my girl's a bit more demure, which probably helps because I be talking crazy about the Philippines when I'm in my feelings. Yeah, that's a whole other video. But I know your girlfriends, if you want to share something, I know your girlfriend's grandmother died, and you stepped up, TJ, which I applaud you for it. But people think I just be on here making shit up. You know, when you're dealing with women over here, man, it's a tremendous responsibility. I mean, imagine if TJ wasn't there. See, that's the question I'm going to ask in my next video. Where would you be if I wasn't here? Okay, that'll humble them really quick, guys. You know, I'm not trying to be mean, put anybody down. I'm just saying, look, give me my respect. Don't take me for granted. Don't think that there's 10 other, 1,000 other foreigners waiting in line for you. It's not. It's going to be crickets when you've already got a good man here. Yeah, you may replace the body. There's no other sunshine shoulders out there for you, lady. I'm sorry. Whoever your name is. He said the whole effing family, like, so you're going to pay for this phone? Well, I know how it is. You know, but they think I just be on here. And what if you push back and say, no, I'm not going to do nothing? That might have been the end. You know, to be honest with you, you know, but that's what it's going to come to. Guys, look, if you didn't hear anything I said today, just know this. It's an enormous commitment that you're making when you decide to deal with a woman over here. Nobody's going to tell you this but me. It's an immense responsibility. Maybe you can't handle it. It's really a lot. It's really tough, man. It's not as easy as what it looks like on YouTube. And once that honeymoon period is over, you're going to see what I'm talking about. You're going to say, that damn Sunshine Shoulders was right. Now I got to go to the embassy and get a damn repatriation loan because I done spent every damn thing, all them damn promises I made with her legs around my damn neck. Hey, big dog, thanks for that super chat. He says, I had and protect my money. I ain't giving or leaving my money to someone, not my blood. Cal, let me fund your spin wheel tonight. Thank you. I'm going to spin the wheel twice tonight because it's, well, not tonight, Friday, because it's Easter. I might do it 3 times. Hey, I might do it 5 times. Who knows, man? If the spirit moves me, I'm going to do it, man. Because if I don't know anything else, I don't know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Sam, I mean it, man. If you need anything, you know, Roger Walker, man, shout out to you. He messaged me, he said, Cal, if he needs anything else, let me know. I said, you should be okay. But my heart goes out to you and your partner, man. I mean, I don't know if I could deal with something like that. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Don't do anything stupid. Before you hit that send button, man, I'm holding it. Don't do it. Stand your ground. Tell her, hey, what's the other 10,000 I sent you? Send me some receipts. What did you do with that? Otherwise, it's going to be a problem.